Hey, it's Joe. I'm here in my flat in London and I'm reviewing the plant-based interviews. And today we're talking about Dr. Lim, who's a very, very special person. He's so knowledgeable, especially around emotional eating, but from a doctor's perspective, but also from a coach's perspective, because he's worked with thousands of clients as the director of the McDougall Program. And how this works is I play a clip, you try to figure out what it is I learned from the clip. Then at the end of the clip, I tell you what I learned from the clip and we discuss it. So here is that clip that I've said about 5 times now, but let's get to it. Dr. Lim, here you go.
Hi, Joe. Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm excited to have this conversation.
So my first question is, you're the medical director of the McDougall Program and you've been pioneering this lifestyle approach to healing and incorporating food into someone's recovery of whatever it might be. How did that come about from being med school and becoming a doctor and then finding yourself in this pioneering area?
It's a great question. I think most doctors enter into the medical profession with the desire to heal. And my 4 years of med school and 3 years of residency, great training at Boston University School of Medicine and Santa Rosa Family Medicine residency. The paradigm that I saw the care of my patients, it sort of was focused more on management of chronic illness than true actual healing and reversal of chronic illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure. So whether it was through pills or whether it was through procedures or referrals to surgeries, usually the focus was on improving numbers and helping patients to manage their condition. And although that's better than having unmanaged chronic illnesses, it's still a far cry from healing. So it wasn't until after residency that I was watching PBS and saw Dr. Joel Fuhrman come on screen, and he made these outrageous claims about the power of a whole food plant-based diet, which I had never heard of, despite 7 years of medical training. The power of a whole food plant-based diet to reverse all these chronic illnesses that I had been managing up until that point. That when I heard that, wow, that got my attention. And it sounded too good to be true. But, when you're looking at pictures of beans and broccoli and all these beautiful colors of the various fruits and vegetables and legumes and whole grains, there's something very appealing about it. And it piqued my curiosity. I read his book, Eat to Live. I went to the annual Plantrition Conference. This was 2014, summer of 2014. That's where I first saw Dr. John McDougall speak and learned that he was here in Santa Rosa and started following him, learning more about his work. I haven't looked back since. That outrageous claim I now realize is very much a truth, that patients can, if they're willing to get to the root cause of their illness, oftentimes food being a huge part of that, they can absolutely transform their health. Because I'm now almost a full decade in as medical director of the McDougall Program, and my passion and enthusiasm for what I would call lifestyle medicine, right? Because it's more than just it. Food is as important as it is one piece, one very important piece, but there's so many other pieces. So I would encompass that all under lifestyle medicine. My passion and enthusiasm for this is greater than ever. I am more fired up about the work that I do 10 years later than when I first began. And I was pretty excited back then.
That's amazing. So that's quite a long introduction, but he's done a lot. But what I learned from that, and it's really powerful, is that we're still pioneers. This is still a pioneering field of study. The fact that we can reverse or completely retard metabolic illnesses, right? Many other kinds of illnesses, but particularly metabolic illnesses, through the power of diet. Because he only found out 10 years ago, and he's one of the world's experts, right? And when he found out, he wasn't quite sure. And he found out from Joel Furman, who's a hero. And he couldn't believe it. He had to go through that confidence building stage. And then, working with so many clients, he then says in the end of that clip, I now know. It's no longer just an opinion. I now know you can reverse these illnesses. And what I got from that is, I don't have to rely on my own confidence with this, like reading books and hoping it's true and then monitoring yourself and do I get better, because it's not a straight line. So sometimes you feel better, sometimes you don't. And you have all these people that say, you know, I'm no longer vegan videos. They fall off the wagon, so-called, and they don't have the confidence to understand that this will reverse any illnesses that you have. And he has that experience. It's not even an opinion, it's experience. He's seen it, he's done it. So you draw on the professionals' experience, the ones that actually are in the field working with clients directly, because they see way more people transform than what you do. And you have lots of idiosyncrasies. So, you know, for me, some parts work, some parts didn't, some parts work better than others. So, but I'm just one in, you know, hundreds of thousands of people that are healing themselves in this way. But he sees the overview, the broad picture. So when he tells you this is going to work, it's going to work, you know. And I thought that was a very, very powerful thing for him to share. That at first he was skeptical, and the doctors, they focus on management, and we all think that we're doomed and we can just focus on management. But no, this is about reversal. This is about ending the whole thing. And I know I've been on a yo-yo with this in terms of my own eating afflictions, but that's why I'm not a good barometer for your experience. You may be able to stick to the food for longer than I did, or better than I did. Right? Your body may respond faster, you don't know. So don't even use me as barometer. As I said, I've done very well with this, but there's levels to this game, and I think I can do even better. And so does he. So does Dr. Lim. Okay, please post in the comments what you learned from that video, and let's discuss it, and I'll see you soon.